it was featured in a true crime podcast. Something about a mysterious disappearance, the 80s.
Okay, at Serhant.com, we have this hotline that our members and our pro clients and everyone in coaching, they like to call and leave voicemails with their problems, their deal issues. Basically, anything that comes to mind. Some of the voicemails are really weird. Some of them are actually really, really useful, and we can be tactful with them. But what it seems like is going on right now in the market is most of our members are like in the twilight zone of real estate, like getting into some crazy, crazy stuff. So, welcome to the new series, Rye 11. I want you to hear this too, because maybe I'm the crazy one. This is Michael, and he's actually local here, and he's in Brooklyn. So let's see.
Hey Ryan, it's Michael from Brooklyn. Listen, I need some backup here, man. I got this seller, great guy, very proud of his home. Has every right to be. It's beautiful, beautiful. Here's the issue. He refuses to leave during showings, and I am talking hovers, Ryan. He is hovering. He follows buyers from room to room, point out do-it-yourself projects he calls custom features. Like, I don't know. This guy's energy, it's weird with him following us around every showing. And he says, who better to answer questions than me? What do I say to this guy to get him out the door? Call me back. Love the show, by the way.
Never would have known he's from Brooklyn, ever. I don't judge a book by its accent. But would you say hover or hover? It's not often that the client is crazy or a stalker or weird. It's just that they're trying to sell their home. You're an agent. You haven't yet built that level of trust where they're comfortable with you being in their home with all their valuables and collectibles by yourself. So what I like to do is just lay out the land. Here are the rules and regulations of what it means to get your home sold for the highest price possible with me. And I'm not your realtor. I'm your real estate strategist, and I'm here to maximize value. So one, if you're nervous about personal photos, collectibles, valuables, your watches, your dinosaur bone collection, before we bring in a single person to see your home, let's remove it. You want them to remember the house, the windows, the bedroom sizes, and how they will see themselves in that home. So if you tell your client you have to remove everything that they're nervous about, and then just tell them, and it makes buyers uncomfortable when the owner's here because they don't feel like they can have the freedom to discuss the home, which is what I need them to feel like to get them to make a deal on this house, then they'll understand. And if they still give you a problem, then you get to make the decision, is this a client you want to work with or not?
Hey Ryan, it's Alice calling from Fairfield County. First off, love the new hair. It's really looking great. Just wanted to tell you that. Anyway, I've got this amazing listing. Gorgeous pre-war Victorian, tons of charm, wraparound porch. But then my buyers did the one thing I told them not to do. They Googled the address. Turns out it was featured in a true crime podcast. Something about a mysterious disappearance and the 80s. Now they're convinced it's haunted. I don't know if I should be calling you or the Ghostbusters. Honestly, I'm pretty lost. What would you do?
Well, Alice, first you do call the Ghostbusters. They're located in New York City. They're on Franklin Street. That firehouse is still there. I would never advise clients not to Google an address. That's a weird thing to do. If you show them a house, they love it, and you're like, great, let's talk about an offer. But whatever you do, don't look it up on the internet. All you're doing is telling somebody, like, don't look at the elephant that's in the room. They're gonna look because it's right there. Two, you always wanna be incredibly honest and upfront. Say, hey, we're gonna go see this house. Now you're probably wondering why it's such a good deal. Well, it was featured on this true crime documentary because there was a mysterious disappearance that came from the house. Has nothing to do with the drywall and the glass and the tile. It has everything to do with potentially the family that used to live there. They're not here anymore. And so now you get the benefit of a good deal. The third thing you could always do to make a client feel better is you can bring in either a feng shui master or you can sage it. I've done that before. I sold a townhouse once at 115 East 35th Street. This is like 11 years ago. And everything was fine, the house was fine, but I kept hearing weird little things, and I went into the basement, and the basement was full of baby doll heads. And so I saged that place, and I put all those baby doll heads into boxes that the owner did whatever with, I don't know. But anyway, we sold that house in a bidding war, and it always smelled nice of the sage that we did. And if there's ghosts there, they didn't follow me, so you'll be okay too. Next, we got Jess from Westchester. A lot of East Coast voicemails today.
It's Jess from Westchester. I need your honest opinion. My buyer is obsessed with getting a deal. And by deal, I mean he refuses to offer more than 75% of asking on every single listing.
Yep.
We've toured 12 homes. He says things like, I don't pay retail, or mention that the market's about to crash. Nothing's getting through. He says he's being strategic. Any advice will help. Thanks so much.
This is a classic bottom fisher. They just want to feel like they're getting a good deal. It doesn't matter what the deal is. They just want to feel like they've won. I had the situation once on a property that was asking, I think it was asking $2 million. It's like this penthouse, it needed a lot of work, and the buyer came in and they offered 1.5. I said, no, the price is $2 million. And it was just about the deal. And so I said, here's what we're gonna do. And I publicly raised the price by $500,000 to $2.5 million. And I said, I'm gonna make you a deal. It's now yours for $2 million. Do you feel good? And he bought it. He knew the game that I was playing. He knew that I was just ready to make him feel like he was getting a deal, but it made him feel better. People make decisions using their ego more than they use their brain or their wallet. So whatever your client is making a decision with, right? Especially here where it feels like it's their ego, play to the ego. You don't have to fire them. You just have to restructure the way you negotiate so they feel like they're winning, and then you get to win too, and you get to run all the way to the bank. Last up, Brianna from Los Angeles.
Hi Ryan, it's Brianna from LA, and okay, so I'm working with this super cute buyer.
First of all, we should put a note that people don't need to tell me where they're from, because I can tell.
She's a content creator / wellness coach / TikToker.
Classic.
And I love her. At the last showing, she brought her ring light and literally asked if we could pause so she could film a manifesting my dream kitchen reel. Then she spent 10 minutes in the dining room testing lighting angles for her matcha tutorials. Don't get me wrong, I love that for her. It's getting tough, Ryan. How do I redirect her without killing the vibe?
Everyone has their thing. Content creators don't shame other content creators the same way marathon runners don't shame people who are jogging. Just because it's not your way of seeing a property or your way of verifying whether you like it, doesn't mean it's wrong. We sell properties to people who love cooking all the time, and they like to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I don't think I've ever cooked a single thing in my life. I don't shame them for figuring out if that's the house they want to buy based on how the cookies are gonna smell in the kitchen. Everyone's got their thing. Why block it? I would flaunt it. I would lean into it. I would show her properties just based on the vibe because that's what she wants to buy. We sell properties now all over the country to people who make money through content. It's a multi-billion dollar industry now, and it creates a lot of income for a lot of people. Gen Z and coming up, Gen Alpha buyer, who's now gonna say, yeah, I need enough space, but I wanna make sure I get enough southern light because I do all of my work, which is creating content in the morning, and I wanna make sure that I'm backlit into this really, really cool view behind me. And that's how they're gonna make a decision, and it's totally fine. So get with the times, Brianna from LA, and if she's just wasting your time, then leave her forever. Just totally ghost. That's a thing now. Okay, so that's enough voicemails for today from our Sell It members. If you have a weird deal issue or story or question, leave it in the comments. If you know anybody who does and who needs help getting to the next point in their career or closing their next deal, send them this video, or better yet, shoot them over to sellit.com. We have the greatest network of sales professionals in over 130 countries who are working hard every single day to live more, earn more, and lead bigger lives. So we'll see you on the next one.